Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there? Or looked at a word you've seen 1,000 times and suddenly thought, wait, is that actually a real word? Maybe you felt a strange sense that you've lived through a moment before, or felt like someone was watching you, even when nobody was there. These weird experiences happen to millions of people. They're so common that scientists have spent decades trying to understand them. And today, we're diving into some of the strangest feelings almost everyone experiences, but very few people can explain. Let's start with one you've probably experienced this week. Imagine you're sitting on the couch. You decide to grab your phone charger from the bedroom. You stand up, walk through the doorway, and suddenly, your brain goes blank. Why did you come in here? Scientists call this the doorway effect. Researchers discovered that walking through a doorway can actually cause your brain to create a new mental chapter. Think of your memory like a movie. Every doorway acts like a scene transition. Your brain says, okay, new location, new information. And in the process, it sometimes files away the thought that brought you there. So you're not becoming forgetful. Your brain is simply organizing reality a little too efficiently. Now let's talk about one of the strangest feelings humans experience, déjà vu. That eerie moment when you're absolutely convinced you've lived through a situation before. Maybe you're having a conversation. Someone says a sentence, and suddenly you think, wait, I've seen this exact moment happen. The weird part? You know that's impossible. Scientists believe déjà vu happens when parts of your memory system become slightly out of sync. For a tiny fraction of a second, your brain accidentally tags a brand new experience as a memory. It's like your brain stamps today's event with a label that says, already seen. The result? A powerful feeling that the present is somehow part of the past, even though it isn't. You're drifting off to sleep. Everything is peaceful. Then suddenly, your body jerks violently. Maybe your leg kicks, maybe your whole body jumps, and your heart starts racing. This is called a hypnic jerk, and almost everyone experiences it. One theory suggests that as your muscles relax, your brain sometimes misinterprets the sensation. For a split second, it thinks you're falling. So it sends an emergency signal to catch yourself. It's basically your brain shouting, "Wake up! We're falling!" When in reality, you're just trying to sleep. Try saying a simple word over and over. Apple, 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 apple. Eventually, it starts sounding weird, almost meaningless, like it isn't even a real word anymore. This phenomenon is called semantic satiation. Your brain temporarily gets tired of processing the meaning of a word after hearing it repeatedly. Imagine listening to the same song on repeat for 6 hours. Eventually, your brain stops paying attention. The same thing happens with words, which is why after repeating one long enough, it can suddenly feel completely alien. Have you ever been alone and suddenly felt like someone was staring at you? You turn around. Nobody's there, but the feeling was incredibly real. This experience may be linked to the brain's threat detection systems. For most of human history, failing to notice a predator could be deadly. So evolution favored brains that constantly scanned for danger. Sometimes those systems become a little overactive. Your brain would rather create a false alarm than miss a real threat. In other words, your ancestors survived because they were paranoid enough. When you're 10 years old, a year feels like forever. But when you're 30, the years seem to fly by. Why? One explanation involves novelty. As children, almost everything is new. New schools, new friends, new experiences. Your brain records lots of information, making those years feel longer in memory. As adults, routines take over. Days become more similar, and fewer unique memories are created. Looking back, entire months can seem to disappear. It's not that time is moving faster, it's that your brain is recording less of it. The strange thing is, many of the weirdest feelings we experience aren't signs that something is wrong. They're actually clues about how our brains work. Every forgotten thought, every déjà vu moment, every mysterious feeling of being watched. They're all tiny glitches, shortcuts, and survival mechanisms inside one of the most complex objects in the known universe, your brain. And the fact that we're still discovering new things about it today might be the weirdest thing of all. So here's a question. What's the strangest feeling you've ever experienced that you still can't explain? Let me know in the comments.